I put a poll out on my community tab about a week ago asking you guys what my next MOC should be. And this one's going to be different from my previous builds in a couple of ways. First of all, it's going to be really big. It's probably going to be about twice the size of the Hoth build that I finished recently with my friend Alec. Secondly, I'm going to be making this build into a series so you guys can follow along and give me input on the build as I go. Let's talk about the options and see where I landed. So in the poll, I gave 4 options to choose from: Umbara, Ryloth, Yerbana, and Christophsis. I also asked for any other suggestions or thoughts you guys might have. Umbara won the poll with almost 60% of the votes, but you guys brought up some pretty good points in the comment section. Lots of people have built Umbara before, and there's not a whole lot that I could do to make it super new or different. And while it's true that a number of people have built this planet in the past, I don't necessarily agree that there's nothing new that could be done. I thought about it a good amount, and I decided that if I'm going to build Umbara, I want to do it with the Umbaran airbase because I've never seen anybody do that before. This would come with some significant challenges though. To start with, look at the shapes of these buildings. They would be very hard to represent in LEGO, and that's probably why nobody's done it before. I did some research into some different building techniques, and I have some ideas for how this could work, but it's going to take some time. If I'm going to build Umbara, I want to do it right. And to do that, I think I'd actually need between 6 months to a year to make this build. It would not only be a complicated design, but it would be a huge build and it would cost a lot of money. To include the main tower in the airbase, all the side buildings, plus a battle in the jungle, this thing would have to be huge unless it was done at micro scale. And my goal is to have this MOC series last about 3 months so I can take this build to Brickworld Chicago in June. Looking at some of the other options, I think Yerbana would be a lot of fun, but it would require me to buy a whole bunch of 2/12 troopers. Ryloth would be very parts intensive for the scene I was considering making. I wanted to include the canyon with a large hill leading up to the bridge, and to do that I would need a ton of filler brick to get the right height. For all these reasons and a few more, I landed on the second most popular option, which is Christophsis. Christophsis has been done well by some before, but I think I can bring my own twist to this build. Plus, I'm excited for the challenge of it because I haven't done a large-scale urban build yet. The planet has some really cool architecture, and I've got almost all the figures that I need to make this battle happen. On top of that, it's got a really fun color scheme that I'm excited to work with. As far as updates go, I don't think I'm going to be releasing them weekly because I want to keep the updates interesting. Looking at all the things I have coming up over the next couple of months, I know that there are going to be some weeks that are very productive and some weeks where I'm probably not going to be able to get much building done. I also want to keep making my regular content alongside this, so I'm going to have to keep that in mind as well. I've already come up with my idea for the layout and how I want things to work, but if you have some ideas or suggestions, please leave them in the comments down below so I can consider them. I'm really excited to tackle this project, and I hope you guys are looking forward to getting involved. But seriously, get your suggestions in soon because I'm going to start ordering parts this week. The first update video will be out in a couple weeks, so I hope to see you there.